By the way, Rangoli didn't tell me for the longest time that they want to do a cover with us, and she canned it on her own. And when I got to know about it, I felt really overwhelmed, because I feel Rangoli is a real hero and she should get her due. But we are not kind of people who go out there and, seek acknowledgement for our struggle. And Rangoli's story is extremely sensitive. But I really appreciate people like Tanya and Sandeepan and everyone who see her heroism and see how she has fought. And I want this society to applaud and acknowledge people who are real heroes. And Rangoli is one such real hero. And I'm very proud to be her sister. And she has been my inspiration. She is a bit nervous. This is her first public appearance.
I'm really nervous because I have always organized the interviews, but I don't know how to, I know how to give interviews and all. I'm really nervous right now. And thank you very much, Pamela.
This is one of the major things that we should target as today's women. And this whole perception of, moral police, that woman, the glorification of the sister, mother, selfless Indian woman who will do Agni Pariksha, and the one who sees her own good and her own, betterment only in the betterment of her husband or her father. That has to stop. It's very regressive. And I read Kalki's quote somewhere that, we women feel as human as a man. We are no different, and we have the same flesh and blood. Our challenges are just the same. So to expect this larger than life, holier than thou sort of existence from us is not possible. We want to live for ourselves, and we as much want to make our own mistakes as a man does. We should not be No one should have these larger than life expectations from us. The thing is that from my side, I don't know about Rangoli, but from my side there was no acceptance to this fact that I am any less than anyone around me. So there was a certain discomfort that I felt growing up, that I'm not seen as I would want to be seen as. I'm seen as Rangoli. My parents had a child before Rangoli who didn't make it. He was a boy and he died, I think, within 10 days of his birth. He was called Hero. So my parents could never really emerge from the loss of that baby boy. And when Rangoli was born, she was celebrated. Like, she was really taken care of, and there was huge celebrations. But when I was born, my parents, my mother especially, I think, couldn't come to terms with the fact that there's another baby girl. And how I know these stories with so much details, because every time a guest visited and every time there was a gathering, they repeated this story in front of me, that how I was the unwanted child. And it's very hard to live in an environment where you're reminded, where you're constantly told that your existence, like you're a sort of fluke who just happens to be here but are not meant to be here. I could never come to terms with that sort of environment, and I think that really explains why I just broke free in such an extreme way.
See, when this thing happened, so first of all, I was struggling for my life. As I told you that, when this happened, so the acid goes deep inside your skin, and if you don't get treated, then of course it attacks your organs also. So by that time I was struggling for my life during the initial stage of this incident. So then later on, this psychological problems and this scar problem, it came later on. Of course that's a big challenge to face. So yeah, of course I had to face my physical pain, then mental trauma which I went through at 22, 23, and then it's not like मैंने खुद ही सब कुछ कर लिया. Of course my sister was there, so उसका जो inspiration मुझे मिला, and the way she told me how world is outside and I have to take care of myself, and and also it is my own inner strength also, the way I projected myself to the outer world, that is also very important. But I think अभी मैं पहले से ज़्यादा confident हूँ. If you see, जो मेरा acid attack है उससे पहले जितनी मैं confident थी उससे ज़्यादा मैं अभी हूँ. Yeah. So because I know my strength. पहले I think मुझे पता ही नहीं था मुझ में strength क्या है और मेरी weakness क्या है. Now I know what are my strength and what is my weakness, and moreover my family, my sister, my husband, my brother, everyone supported me, and now I am what I am today because of, I can say, because of my weaknesses or whatever. My accident, it taught me a lot.
I think today on Women's Day, we definitely want to celebrate our boys as well. Our lives are not complete without them, and our father is not around, but my brother-in-law, Rangoli's life is, extremely special, heroic, everything, but her marriage means a lot to her. And thanks to my brother-in-law, I really feel that it's because of him I know that real men do exist. So they've been in love since they were 15 or something, and he proposed to her, he helped her through her recovery, and he fought with the world to marry her, his parents, everyone, but they both haven't had a single fight as yet. I keep asking, you still haven't fought? And they dated for 4 years and they've been married for I think 3 years, and you still haven't fought? And she's like, no, you want me to lie? That we have fought when we don't fight. So, that's the kind of relationship they share. And I would like to call him here with us and unveil the cover with us, and my baby brother.
आप और रंगोली इतनी सिमिलर हो, कभी ये आइडिया नहीं आया कि तनु वेड्स मनु रिटर्न्स में आप दोनों ही वो कैरेक्टर्स प्ले करते?
Well, the thing is, I don't know, Anandji should have thought about it, but Rangoli is not an actress. Rangoli is my manager, and she handles my work, and she's my sister. Though when I was doing Tanu and Datto, many people, in my straight hair, they always compliment me that I look a lot like Rangoli. And, but I don't think Rangoli wants to be an actress.
Would you ever want to make a biopic on Rangoli?
You know what, I told Rangoli, I said I want to make we were shooting in Arunachal Pradesh, and when this cover came out, I'm like, I want to make a story on you, and I want rights of your life. And she's like, shut up. And I'm like, I want to play you, I want to play me, I want to play everyone in the film. She's like, yeah, it will be a very big film. Flop ho jayegi, tum hi baith ke dekhna. So I want to know, but on a serious note, I think Rangoli's life is far more interesting than my life, thanks to my brother-in-law, who's been so madly in love with her from day one. Like, I have, no lover like that. So I think my life is not as exciting as Rangoli's.
कंगना, अगर रंगोली के ऊपर बायोपिक बनती है तो आपको क्या लगता है बॉलीवुड में ऐसी कौन सी एक्ट्रेस है जो इसका किरदार निभा पाएगी?
Me only if she gives me the rights.
And what about your brother-in-law?
My brother-in-law? That's a good question. That I'll cast. That I'll cast.
Or who's that one woman in your life who inspires you to be unstoppable?
My sister.
How nice. And what about you, Rangoli?
My sister.
Well,